keep in mind, this right here, that's the gaming stuff. We're about to switch over. I really wouldn't have use for this gaming wise. So this is like my, main channel stream. But this is what we got right here. So these links, you can still check out those links, but they're not gonna be my gaming channel links. But honestly, I should change that Twitch. That Twitch. I should change it to match this, because the only reason it's not this. This used to be that, and then the only reason that I just didn't get Ghost Phoenix for all of them is because it was taken. So I was like, okay, well, here's another nickname, so AKA Ghost Phoenix. But anyways, that's besides the point. So if you're gonna check out those streams, but I'm gonna be doing 2 today. So if you're watching this as a video on YouTube, obviously I'm not, it's not gonna be in the same video, but we're gonna have one video based on the heroes and then another video based on ultimates. Now, I mainly wanted to do it for the heroes, and then I kind of seen like an ultimate one, and I forgot which one the person I seen. I think they said one of the characters who has like one of the worst ultimates was like a B or C. I'm like, oh my goodness, bro. But that's not for this video. We'll get to that video in a second. This one, we're talking about the heroes. Now, I had to speak about this one because it's like, for instance, one of these first characters that show up, every time someone talks about that character, they'll be like, oh man, this player who's one of the best players in the game, and they're doing this. That means nothing. I'm very good. One of my favorite Call of Duty games is Black Ops 1. I can body people with the Mac 11 in Black Ops 1. It's still one of the worst guns in the game. Just because someone's good with the character doesn't mean the character is good. So you got to keep that in mind, as well as, let's say for instance, Hella. Now, I still think Hella is a great character, but like, not everyone has Hella aim. Like, not like that, but not Hella aim. So it'd be like going from, all right, let's just say we're talking about Call of Duty quick scope in Modern Warfare 2. Everyone was doing it. It's a lot easier than basically any other Call of Duty game. But then you go to Black Ops 1, and that's a lot more harder to quick scope. You really gotta put in the work to get those shots off. So let's just say the L96A1, the intervention, right? Though you wouldn't put, let's say the L96A1, which is Black Ops 1, let's just say that is typically easier to hit. It's typically, hold on. Let's say it's weaker than the intervention, but the intervention, if you get a headshot, it one taps them. But the L96A1, the headshot doesn't, I don't even know how. I don't know if y'all get what I'm saying. Well, basically, not everyone can just delete people with Hella. Now that's way different than one of the other character I was talking about, where like, hey, yeah, someone who's clutch is gonna go crazy with this character. More people can go crazy with Hella than that character that I'll speak about. We'll get to that in a second. So that was one thing. That was a few things that I was talking about, as well as you got. Let's just use Penny for example. So we get Penny Parker, right? And hold on real quick. Let's just say we got Penny Parker. People are higher levels, Penny's trash, and then people lower levels, Penny's so good. You gotta take it in account good players, pro players, and trash players. We'll get to that as we go through the characters. But just because in your games something is not this, doesn't mean that. Or they'll say, oh, Penny's trash, like she has no value. And then it's like, when you play Penny, it's like, yeah, you're this good player. And then we see you play Penny, it's like, yeah, no wonder, like, look how you're playing right now. That's not how you play Penny. And then there's one other thing. I'm trying to think. I think it was about Penny as well. Okay, while I think about that, keep in mind, let's just say, for instance, let's just say we start right here. And I go, Adam Warlock B. He's probably going to go in B anyway. Let's say I go, Adam Warlock B. Right? And then I put everyone else on the list. Boom. Just because I start him at B, he might go lower in B. I'm keeping in mind in order. So, first person in B is the highest B. And the lowest person in B is the lowest B. Let's say I move him lower, or I put him to low A, or I put him down to C. Like, I'm going to go as it's going. Like, I'm going to move them around as it's going around. Like, I might be like, are you right next to this character? But we'll get to that when we get to that. Oh, the last thing I was saying with Penny. See, me, I know from my games, whether it's quick play or competitive, or whatever other random game modes, Clone Rumble, whatever game modes, but mostly competitive and quick play. And then I see pro players play. I see players who are trash play. I see players who are all right, and they might have like a good player on their team, or they're all right, and then they have trash players on their team, or the enemy team's trash. Like, I see all perspectives. Without further ado, let's get into this. But before we do, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe, and let's get it. Now, Adam Warlock. So we're judging off the character. Like I said, we're judging off the character and how people at higher levels, lower levels, in the middle play. Like, just because the top players are great with the character doesn't... Well, actually, it's actually a kind of difficult thing to say. Like, for instance, Scarlet Witch. Easiest to learn, but you're not gonna carry the game. Unless your teamwork's not up to par. But Adam Warlock, like I said, I'm probably just going to throw him in B, man. See, with this, like, I feel like he could go in A if maybe he had 3 things of heal. If he had 3, 4 might be too crazy. But if he had 3, he could be a real good support. They buffed his primary fire, and but the fact that he has heals that's damn near full heal. Like, so many times I'll be like, okay, I gotta, he'll hit a soul bond, and I'm like, all right, well, forget this tank. I see you over at the side, Adam Warlock, because you know Adam Warlock, he don't want to just play, he don't want to play strictly support. He got to throw in some DPS in there, and that's how he got to be played, and it got to be triple support, unless maybe he gets a third thing of healing. So then I gotta focus him. I see him to the side. I see him next to that Magneto. Okay, I got you. A lot of times I be Adam Warlock too. Listen, I'm a diff you, brother. It is what it is. It with a meek, and then he have this sliver of health. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to cook him with this second wind up, or I'm about to cook him with this primary fire. And before I let off even a quick primary fire, that motherfucking health regen right back there. I'm like, oh yeah, it's some bullshit. It's some bullshit. But once I do that 2 more times, am I going to be able to do that in the team fight? But let's say I get to do that 2 more times. Or a flanker gets him to heal again. Or he's trying to heal someone that's low. Oh yeah, next time you're cooked, buddy. But actually, his ultimate is a great example of what I was talking about. Just because someone's good. Or someone's good with a character. Only twice have I sold with my ultimate as Adam Warlock. Because we can go over and we can see the playtime. Oh, where's the playtime? Oh, not the playtime. I am tripping. Okay, we could just look at the proficiency. I don't feel like going through and then finding him in the playtime. But you can see from the proficiency that he's not one of my main healers, but I use Adam Warlock. He's just a fun character to play with. Pause. So there's only 2 times that I sold with the ultimate. Now the first time, listen. All right, the first time they sold me, it was that. All right, it's this the Spider-Man map, the convergence. Yeah, the convergence one. And so I was like at the dojo. So like, let's say you're defending, right? And then like there's the big door where like the last big fight usually happens. And then let's say you back up a little bit and you go to the side. There's a health pack over there. There's like a little window. So I think I died. And then I went through the door, not the window. I went through the door. And then I used my ultimate. I think I revived like 4 people. One of them was in the doorway. Okay, that's not too bad. And then they spawned someone on the other side. So yeah, that we didn't really. I don't know if we won that game or not, but like that didn't really like. Oh damn, you fed us. Second time, I was leveling up Namor. There's another thing when it comes to this tier list. People say, this character's bad. How much time do you have with him? Oh, you have 30 minutes with this character? You don't know how to play them. Listen, I'm able to acknowledge the strengths of Wolverine. I'm not going crazy with Wolverine. I have 3 hours of playtime with Wolverine. I'm not going crazy with him. Now I got better towards like the hour and a half mark, but I'm not doing crazy things with Wolverine. But basically I was saying that to say I was leveling up Namor, and so we didn't have a support, so I just switched over to Adam Warlock. He was another one I was trying to level up at the time. And then like since I was playing so many games as Namor back to back, like it didn't click that like I was Adam Warlock, so I tried to use Namor's ult as Adam Warlock. I was like, oh fuck, I just fed my team, bro. But other than that, I don't like my revives are Hall of Fame. My revives, like, listen, I be going crazy. I literally got a game in here where it literally, I have a replay saved, and it's called like clutch revives, and I revived the team 3 times on one map of domination. Like not one game, like one map of domination. I revived my team 3 times, and that got us the win. But the reason I say that, I'ma just let you know, the character I was talking about was Black Panther. Oh, you see the high levels, like you get that cracked Black Panther, yeah, you can take that into account, but that doesn't mean this character is super goated. So just like Adam Warlock, he decent, like as solo healer. I carry some solo healer games as Adam Warlock, I'm not gonna lie, but that was mainly because I'm like, oh, this is what we're gonna do, we're selling, huh? I'm still gonna be a healer, but I'm gonna make sure I at least get some heals, you know? If I'm in danger, I'm getting some heals. But let's just say it's in a triple support or two supports. Just because I'm better with this character, and some people are better than me with this character. I mean, a lot of people are probably better than me with this character. Doesn't mean he's a S tier character. People sell his ultimate all the time. I start salivating when I hear that born again. I said, oh yeah, free kills. I love it. I love it. Anyways, next character. I'm a be nice. I'm gonna hold you right there for right now. I'm gonna be honest. You might be a low B, like this. I said it might rearrange, and we gonna see later. You might get a low B. Now look. Spoiler alert, when it comes to ultimates, you going in F. I'm sorry, it is what it is, but I'm gonna put you in D for right now. I still gotta scan the environment, you know. But you know, a few tweaks, like how I said, Adam Warlock, maybe if he had 3 heals, like if you had 2 of those kicks, or maybe that team up was just an ability overall, with Hawkeye, you could go up some points. Like that could have you right where it's like, okay, hey, she could defend him. Like she mid range, she's actually, here's the thing, you're better off just no scoping with Black Widow. That's what I realized my last couple games leveling up with her. I'm like, okay, like anytime this by the way, here's a little thing to, so like if you don't know if you're playing against bots, if you lose multiple games in a row, you load in. I don't know what it is when you're on Xbox, and I don't know what it is when you're on PC. But if you just press this, right, it'll pull up. This is if you're a quick play. If you're on competitive, it's already gonna show up, so you don't have to worry about that. It'll pull up and it'll show you. So like before they had no calling cards, but now they have calling cards. I don't even know what it's called in Rivals, so I'm gonna be honest, my mind's, but calling cards, if you play Call of Duty, you know what the calling cards is. You get them in the bundle. It's, I forgot what the word they use for Marvel Rivals. They might call it calling cards, who knows. But typically it's not gonna be like a legendary calling card. Before it was just like nothing. Now they trying to like mask it a little bit, but they're gonna be lower levels. They're always gonna choose 222. They're typically gonna have one bot be a little bit better than the others. You'll see them in fights randomly, like let's say you got a flyer, they'll like they'll super focus that flyer, but constantly turn their back to the entire, like your entire team, and just easy kills. You typically see a lot of like off rip Adam Warlock, Doctor Strange. You'll see like, yeah, those are just ways to know. But anytime that happened, I'd pick Black Widow, because I'm like, okay, this. And before playing, I'm like, okay, before playing all the characters, I'm like, yeah, she's probably gonna be the worst one, man. So then later on, I just stopped really using the scope unless I'm far away, and I just been no scoping that bitch. And then I just started playing with actual players. I was like, okay, that's a better way. Now, Hawk. This is one where, okay, this could, I'm willing to say this could be, I'm willing to compromise, like no one else does. I'm willing to compromise and say this could be a PC only great character. People talk about Hawk like he's this and that, and I'm like, bro, he's not trash, but bro, if let's say there's a game mode and it's like a ground war, if like a big team deathmatch type of, or big team game where it's multiple characters, and I have 3 to 4 options of tanks to choose from, I'm not picking Hawk. I'm not even considering Hawk. Now he's not gonna be the last one I choose, but you know, way more better tanks than Hawk. Now I'm willing to go right there for now. Like I said, we can rearrange as we go. Cap, you my guy, and you're good to stay alive. What is your first? What is your the first name of your mantle start with? C, and that's what you're gonna be as. Not America, but you're the captain. We're not talking about the America part. Cloak and Dagger is what it is. Someone, bro, this was another thing that really want to make me make this. People used to put A, and then a lot of people now, A used to put S, and now a lot of people put A. And then after like their multiple nerfs, people want to put them like in C and D. I'm like, are you dumb? What are you doing, bruh? They must be patched, not Cloak and Dagger. The people who was making those lists. This is another thing I'm willing to acknowledge. I see a lot of people, pro and bronze players, like it don't matter, all the sort. Every time I see someone play Cloak and Dagger, it kind of give me like a boost, and like it make me feel good, because I'm like, damn, these niggas trash. They don't know how to, like, bro, they either just stay on Dagger and just like just throw random heals like, what are you doing, bruh? You're throwing random heals to a full HP Magneto, and meanwhile you leaving Storm and Iron Man high and dry. Okay, Iron Man, he could at least fetch some heals, but like you leaving Storm high and dry in the sky. And I know Storm is one of my, well, I guess that spoils it, but Storm's one of my main DPSs. I see a Cloak and Dagger, I'm like, let's go. Because I know if it's Invisible Woman, I'm going to have to be a little closer to her, because she don't got good distance. If it's Loki, it just depends on the player. Because, you know, I swear I be feeling like a bot when I got like a flyer on my team. I'll smack people in front of me. Okay, that looked like I was about to do some sort of salute. I'll smack people in front of me. I'll and I mean aim. Smack them with my aim. People at a distance. That bitch can be flying right here and be right in my face, and somehow I miss. I'm like, what the, bro? What's going on? When I'm Loki. But then I get Cloak and Dagger on my team, and then I'm like, yo, what are you doing? I see you spamming heals every time I spectate you. And I know I'm spectating you because I'm not Iron Man. I can't just fly to a hill. Look up. Why Magneto's full health. What are you doing? Alright, Doctor Strange. Let's see, I'll put right there. I do have a video in the future. I had to wait until I at least got the spray for every single character in the game, so I can know. I'm not gonna just say, hey, fix this character, but you don't know. Look what y'all did with Wolverine. Look what y'all did with Storm. I've been seeing the potential. Well, I don't know about Wolverine, but I've been seeing the potential with Storm. Y'all made her better. Hey, that's good for me. You know. I mean, it wasn't good for me at first because, you know, I was mainly having a tank and play, and it's kind of funny. I'll talk about it in a second. But play tank and support. And the reason I say it's funny is because these are my two mains. Cloak and Dagger, I'm carrying the game as the healer. Doctor Strange, I'm rusty as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I've been playing a different tank recently. That tank been going crazy. So yeah, I've been dethroned for now. Plus, I be seeing people play. Listen, the tank y'all be doing, like, it's cool. I could do that, but like, it's kind of like Fortnite to me. You know, building is cool, ramp rushing is cool, but as soon as we do that, like, I don't got time for that, bruh. I'm not doing all that, dude. I'll ramp rush you, and you know, just do some different. But as soon as I take one shot at you and you make a make a like a, the MGM, like, bro, I'm good on that. Yeah, no build mode. Yeah, here I come. So I be seeing, I'm like, okay, all right, he doing this thing with Strange, cool. I'm not doing that. I'ma just be good with the strategies, All right, here's someone that people were sleeping on. Now, I'm gonna put him right there. He's probably gonna move. These two are probably gonna move. This probably will be number 1 on the A. We'll see. But Groot, that's one that a lot of people don't know how to use Groot, bruh. And like the crazy thing is, like, I see, before I knew about Groot, like, soon as I was like, okay, you can do it. I was okay, all right, cool. And then I seen the potential. No one was saying anything. Every time, bro, it never fails. No one was saying anything. Oh, Groot's he's kind of cracked. I've been saying this. Now listen. The reason I'm not sitting here saying he's the best, I don't think he's the best tank in the game. He's in my top 3 for sure. I think I have one more. Yeah, there's one more. So my top 3 is right here of tanks. This is 2 and 3. It's probably 2, but like I'm saying, I'm more comfortable with Strange than I am with Groot. But I'm willing to, the best players are able to bring that up. Now, if you get, like, if you're in a bronze lobby, your Groot's going to be trash. But the good thing for him, he's going to have, bro, he's the most health in the game. Now, granted, he has like, people be playing Groot like it's Fortnite. You can do that for a cool little, hey, let's flank here, or hey, it's the lot. You know how you do the portal to block them off with Doctor Strange, or you're in the convoy. Oh, hey, you got them all, and you got, like, if they touch, you hit an overtime. Okay, let me block these off real quick. Hey, then then that's a moment where you could just put up some random walls. The point is that, do damage and trap them in there with you, not to block them off. Only block them off when it's like, hey, this is gonna stop them from touching point. Hawkeye. Now this is I'm gonna be honest, listen. This is one. Now y'all gonna see that, y'all gonna be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Listen, you have to come to the point where I first put him on the thing. I'm gonna try to remember to say that at the end. Hawkeye is an example of top tier level player. They gonna go crazy with Hawkeye. Average player, I mean, we might as well say hella. We might as well go hella. I'm gonna throw you right there. You'll probably end up in S eventually, but I'm gonna throw you right there. So we gonna do the two together. Now the reason, like, Hawkeye can one tap people, it's easier. Now I don't know about PC, but it's easier to aim or to hit your targets with Hela, as well as, I mean, it could be countered, but her ultimate is, in my opinion, her ultimate is just a million times better than Hawkeye's ultimate. Like, when he says, woo, I never miss, you either just step aside, or if you all focus him, he's done for. Hell Unleash, like, if you don't have, like, some good DPS that instantly focus her, and even if you focus her, it's not like she dies. She can just come back and she's Hela again. Hawkeye, when you kill him out of his ultimate, he's dead. But so Ultimate brings hella up as well. I think she just has a better kit. The little 3 blades that she throws and they explode later. Like sometimes I don't even I just be chilling. Like I'll get I'll see oh you got an Iron Man right there. Meek. Throw them little swords. I saw 2 of them hit. He got this much health. Turn back that I'll go like this. Turn back down to the fight. You're about to die in a second. It matters to me not. Even if you're trying to fly away to that health pack, you're not reaching it. You will die in 2 seconds. But this is the thing of, if you had the best, let's say there's a gamer who is the best Hawkeye player and the best Hela player, and you cloned him, that Hawkeye player is beating that Hela player. But I mean, well, in that case, you could argue he knows the counters for those, so it's who has the better counter for them. But yeah, so that's the only way that they're winning. But if you take the average Hela player and average Hawkeye player, the average Hela player is cooking that average Hawkeye player. It is what it is. Now, it is what it is. You just got a buff. Who cares? You're still F. You're trash. There's a guy who got in my lobby. Y'all seen it? Go to I don't know. It was probably level up episode 8 or 9 or something. I don't know. But basically, he got in my lobby and was like, "Bro, how are you doing this?" First and foremost, I'm trying to level up this character, and he would get buffed after I finish. That was about to sound crazy. After I finish leveling him up. But man, oh man, is Human Torch complete buns. Utter trash. Now, he's a little bit more bearable. Congratulations. If I'm picking a flyer and I have to choose between Storm, Iron Man, and Human Torch, and then eventually Ultron, I'm here to tell you, unless Ultron's complete trash, you will be the last pick. If I have to choose you, we're basically just throwing the game. We're basically just trolling. Team up is absolutely not worth it. Even if they made the team up do what it's actually supposed to do and actually really kill through support ults, yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. The only way it's worth it is if everyone else is able to do, everyone in your team is able to do better than their team in every regard besides their ults. Where it's damn, they really got us with this ult. Or matter of fact, you really need Storm to wipe them. Storm does her thing. Invisible Woman, disappear! And then Supernova! Or I guess in that case, I'm the brightest in the sky. Then okay. And then if I actually did this thing. But in terms of let's say everyone was equal, the team up is not worth it. But that game that I was talking about, bro wanted to say something to me. Meanwhile, I was Human Torch, because at first I was leveling up the character. They had a Human Torch. I cooked him the first 2 fights. Bodied him instantly. Get diffed. Easy mode. Even though the character's trash, I'm going to be better than you at this trash character. Then they brought Iron Man. Okay, Iron Man came out a little early. I cooked him. Human Torch came back. Iron Man's faster. So by the time Human Torch came back and Iron Man was there, I was like, oh, I'm about to kill this. I'm about to cook him again. Get diffed again. Oh, here comes Iron Man. Okay. So now I gotta try to play at a distance. Iron Man, you're not hitting no shots. Human Torch, I gotta be a better shot than you. I'm gonna have to try to be a little better. Next thing you know, when I'm trying to like readjust my playstyle, here comes Scarlet Witch. I don't even know her stance, I'm gonna be honest. That was probably Cloak right there, but Scarlet Witch come through. So now every time I come to the fight, I got Human Torch and Iron Man, just then Scarlet Witch. So as soon as I get Iron Man low, zoom, go for a health pack. And I get Human Torch low, then here comes Scarlet Witch. I get Scarlet Witch low, here comes Human Torch, here comes Iron. Like, so I'm just getting, you know, I'm getting people constantly just triple focusing me as the worst flyer in the game. Then the bro had the audacity to say, I forgot what he said, but he was basically just talking crazy. I'm like, bro, do I have the messages right here? Hold on. Let me find that. Where he at? What's that? Oh, that. Okay, so I don't know what he said, but basically the last thing I said was like, how you talking crazy going 6 and 7 with the easiest character. So basically he said something after like you end the game and then they do the MVP animation. He said something. I think he said get off Human Torch or some shit like that. Like, and I was like, I'm trying to learn new heroes, level up new heroes, da da da. And then he said like my KD or whatever. And then I looked at his shit and I'm like, bro, you picked Punisher, who's easy mode and was it quick play? I don't remember if it was quick. No, it had to be quick play. I'm not playing Human Torch in competitive. Punisher, who's easy mode and quick play. Someone who's the almost spoiled. Someone who's the best tank in the game. And the Thing. Okay, that's how you know what it is. It's the look when it was season 1.5, the second or third stream. That's when it should be, because everyone's trying to play with these new characters. And it was probably the second one, I'm gonna be honest, because I wasn't getting a lot of Human Torch games. So he was Punisher, he was Thing, Punisher, and then Magneto. And then he went like 6 and 8 or some shit, or no, like 6 and like 6 and 10. I think it was 6 and 10. No, I just said it. Didn't I just say 6 and 7? With the easiest characters. Brother, I'm playing with the worst character in the game. I'm like, spoiler alert, I don't think there's gonna be a character who's gonna be worse than Human Torch. Nick is trash, bro. Now I'm gonna be honest, this could be a thing where his buff was so much better and he's so good. Let's say you really like playing with the Human Torch, pause. If he's not much better after the buff, then he's exactly where he needs to be. Or he's a little bit better, maybe he might, you know, slightly take over Black Widow. Black Widow's probably gonna be second last, I'm not gonna lie. We'll talk about someone else who I saw in the last tier list I saw it wasn't even a tier list. They just got disrespected. And I'm like, what the bro? Are you? Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. Invisible Woman, easy S. I don't even have to like. What's understood don't gotta be explained. It is what it is. One of the best support ultimates. Good heals, and it's good balanced heals too. She's right there face to face with you. Them heals are going crazy. Got the shield. Cool. But it's balanced in a way of, like I said, if I got a Storm on my team, if I'm Storm and I see Invisible Woman on my team, I know that like I got to be closer to her if I want her to get some heals, unless she pop a shield off to me. Her push, pull, the pulse. Like anytime, if I hear Badai Agamotto, I'm instantly throwing one in that bitch. If I'm Loki and I hit Invisible Woman, not like that, but I mean I would. Have you seen her? Copy Invisible Woman. Boom, disappear. I'm in that bitch, and I'm making sure like the first time, whether it's soon as I ult or towards the end of my time as Invisible Woman, copying Invisible Woman as Loki, I'm throwing posts over to whoever, when the first time I see some low HP targets. Or sometimes you gotta throw that bit. It might not hit correctly. You either gotta pull them towards it or push them towards it. You know? Oh, speaking of a little something, I will say, with this next character, Iron Fist, in the video where if I would change some things, one of the things that I would change with Iron Fist is, I think it was the first day the character dropped. And when I seen the trailer, I'm like, oh yeah, this is about to be one of my favorite. She probably about to be one of my mains, Invisible Woman. I think that literally that's the name of the stream. So I hop in the Doom game mode match because I'm like, let me see how this character feels at first. And so I hop in a match. He pulls up on me, right? And I'm pretty sure it wasn't the ult. So after using Iron Fist, I'm pretty sure it was the thing that like gets him in the stance and then he does the quicker punches. So he does that. I do the push. Bro says this. Alright, so usually you do the push, they go. Like you can send people off the map. I do the push, bro's like this. What? So fuck my push, huh? But you know, and that was, you know, you just happen to be, I was talking about the push, and you happen to be the next character. We got Iron Fist. Iron Fist. I'm gonna say Iron Fist, he's someone that gets disrespected. Now granted, I think I only really used Iron Fist. Actually, nah. When Clone Rumble started, that's the first time I was using Iron Fist. He was one of the last characters I leveled up. I will say, to start using, Iron Fist is way better, and he has way first time using potential than Black Panther. But like, there's a ceiling. You're not gonna, like, when you get to a certain level, you're not gonna really be like, oh shit, Iron Fist. Like even me, like I never really, people were stressing the Iron Fist, even when I first started the game. The only time I ever stressed the Iron Fist is the times when I was leveling up characters I don't use. So if I'm using, like, I guess it's spoiler alert, let me see if I can find someone. Let's say I'm using Jeff and he hits that stance ability and then starts doing those rapid punches. I'm getting cooked, bro. Luna, yeah, she was the character I used the most in the beginning, and then I stopped for a minute, then I went back to her. So like, if I played like games consistently to like still get the hang of her again, I will be chilling. Loki, for the most part, I'm chilling. Mantis, I'm cooking him. Who's the other one? Cloak and Dagger, I'm not even thinking about you, bro. Rocket, if I see you coming and like my team, pause, and my team is good, I'm about to destroy you. I'm about to end this man's whole career. What career? But times when I was first using like Jeff, like I said, like, bro, I'm saying, like, that's when I was like, okay, he a problem. But if I'm using a main, I'm destroying you. One of my DPS, I'm surprised that people, like, this was a surprise to me, like people, I never really hear anyone say anything bad about this person besides something that eventually got buffed. But Usually, he pull up on me. I turn, I stun that, and I destroy him. I'm like, bro, you see it multiple times in the stream, bro. So if you watch my streams, you already know who I'm talking about. We gonna get to that character when we get to that character. Iron Man. Okay. See, this is kind of difficult one. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. He has a very... Okay, he's another one who has a ceiling. His little ability is like there's no recoil on that bitch, so it's just like, and the fact that it's like his primary fire ammo, like if you made it stronger, but it was like at a cooldown, that's one of my things, and that I'm gonna talk about when I do that video with Iron Man. His ultimate, if you hit that bit just right, you know. But like you know, you gotta be positioned the right way. But if we're talking about like higher level games, that's not happening, brother. I'm here to tell you that ain't happening, brother. But like bronze to diamond, it's easy mode, my guy. It is what it is. It's easy mode. Now, he could be better. Okay, I will say higher if like he was able to like be a harasser and was getting healed from it. Like when I'm getting harassed by Iron Man, my team is just, where's that guy at? He must have like stealth tech at that point. But when I go to be the harasser, because I'll be playing with randoms, you don't see me like getting these supports out of the way. You're just gonna like, you know, let them try to stay alive while their DPS comes through, and now I get focused by 4 people. But it is what it is. I think probably Iron Man and Hawk are probably gonna be quote unquote my like hot takes. But it is what it is. Jeff, you're right there, brother. Now, as a healer, if your team is like Jeff, as a healer, like if you're in tight corridors and and convoys, or if you're like in domination, like you're on a point, and he's on point with you. Okay, those are some decent heals. When you gotta be like more spread out and get better positioning, he's the worst heals to go with. Also, he's also good for dropping those bubbles down, and that's good to have. He get clapped, you got no healer on point with you, and you got 2 Jeff bubbles. Okay, alright, okay, now I'm getting low and get one of those bubbles. Some damage on. Get one of those bubbles. By the time you get to the last bubble and you get a low again, Jeff running, haha, like, you know, he's back right there. Ultimate, you know, I mean, at this point, like I'm basically able to counter with every single character, whether I'm ulting him or just using one of their attacks. Hella got multiple attacks for those. And then she got a primary fire. Like, boom, you're cooked, brother. Loki, I'm gonna throw him right there. I was contemplating Loki's. That's another one. It's easier to. They're both S tier characters, but it's easier to play Invisible Woman, so I'll put her above. But if we're talking about the best Invisible Woman on one team and the best Loki on another team, and let's say they have each of the other person, but it's like they're like, I don't know, like a fucking gold to diamond player. So let's say Invisible Woman is one above all, and then she has gold to diamond Loki in her team, and then there's a one above all Loki #1, and then he has a gold to diamond Invisible Woman on the team. The team with the one above all Loki is fucking destroying you. But if we're like, hey, it's my first time playing support, I'm be honest, I'm probably gonna do the ultimate one next stream. And we gonna have to wait on that one. I'm gonna have to write that down. But if we got if someone's like, hey, I'm gonna be honest, if you're learning a support, the first one I'm gonna say is Cloak and Dagger. And then I'm gonna say, like, make sure if you're like if you're really consistent with it, then switch over to like an Invisible Woman or a Luna Snow. We'll be talking about her. She's next. Luna Snow. I will say I'm gonna put her right here. Like I said, I'm gonna be moving as we go. She's probably not gonna stay there. So even if she skips at the end of the video, she's probably not gonna be there. But I'm probably gonna say these three are gonna be bottom of S or top of A. So this, well, these four right here. A is kind of like, we're gonna see as we go. Like these two tiers are probably, because we don't really have a lot of like ass characters. These two tiers are probably gonna be very like, there's not gonna be much in it. And then these are gonna be the most plentiful, and then eventually S is gonna get filled out. Magic, best melee character. I'm trying to look. Best melee character by far. Now where would I put Magic? I'll put Magic right there. Now listen, see, that was one I was sleeping on. Then I hopped into Doom game mode, and I'm like, before I was leveling up characters, and then I was trying to get like certain, it was like, use this character, and I was like, oh, I don't use this character. And I was, after like doing my first streams competitive, like each season on stream, then I'll just basically just play nothing but competitive until I got to the point I wanted to. I'm trying to just keep it at plat, and then when I get a team, then go crazy. Because I know like solo, I could go to like probably like somewhere in GM. But like, I'd rather just play and not be annoyed. So I'm like, okay, let me just wait till I get a team. And it's annoying with PlayStation, with the fucking like, if you're saying something to me, I can't hear you because they decided to make the noise come out the controller. But first it was Bucky, and then it was Magic, and I was like, well, she kind of cool. I played 2 more games, and I was like, all right, I bought that little the white armor skin. Had to get that. I had to get that shit clean. Magneto, best tank. I'ma say, I'm gonna be honest, he might be one of the, like, if my entire team is mid at best, let's say I have, okay, I'm the good character in whatever category. One person is decent and the other person is trash, and I have to pick someone, I'm probably picking Mag. Like if there's a 3v3 mode, Mag's probably someone I'm picking. I'm probably picking Mag. And I'm probably picking, it depends. I'm probably picking Mag. I'm probably picking Cloak and Dagger as my healer, I'm gonna be honest. And DPS, I'm probably going for any team ups. Yeah. To boost my Mag, I might go Scarlet Witch, depending on what their lineup's looking like if it was a 3v3, but that's besides the point. Mag is one of the, I think he's probably the best character in the game. Mantis. I'll be honest, they gotta go to they like a package deal. Now what I put? Okay, I'll put the she has a good ultimate. I'll put it in terms of others. In terms of others, I'll put her right there, and I'll say, I mean, you can't really fail her ultimate. So I'll say it's above Adam because you can sell your ultimate as Adam. I'll say it's easier to aim as Adam. At first I thought it was just me. Then I'll see people who are better than me play Mantis, and then I'm like, okay, so it's not like just me. But she has her stun ability that's pretty good. She doesn't have enough heals. That's a flaw. But she also has the boost. Listen, I be in that bid. I be big boosting. Because if I got a healer, they really can just, like, let's say they're cloak and dagger. Just hit, you don't even switch to cloak until you ult. Because, bro, if I'm on your team, I'm peeping the whole entire game plan. Like, when I already recorded a video of, like, trying to recruit for a team and rivals. And I was talking about strengths and weaknesses. One of mine is, like, strategy. Or, like, you know, just, like, seeing what's going on. So I'm seeing, okay, boom, boom, okay, good vantage point for that Punisher. Boom, damage boost. What you doing up there, Iron Man? You look like you trying to, like, do some, you know. I'm gonna get him with the heals when he trying to harass or when he trying to ult. Oh, Punisher about to ult. Got him, brother. I'm getting him with the damage boost. I'm giving him with the heals. I'm managing it properly. But yeah. Now here goes a it's not a too controversial take, but it's controversial in terms of I'm gonna be honest, I'm throwing him, let's see. I'm throwing you only in front of Iron Fist, strictly off team up. Now look, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is one of those things where I said, hey, you gotta actually have playtime with the character for real. Now, Mr. Fantastic, he's trash. He's trash. Like, basically, he's the marker for trash, okay? So basically, Mr. Fantastic down is like, you know, kind of trash. Black Widow that's when you're like, you're trash. Under Black Widow is like, stop playing the game. Like, not stop. Like, what are you doing? Why are you throwing? Moon Knight. Oh, I didn't even talk about Mr. Fantastic. But it's kind of like going through the motions. And his motions are easy to go through, pause. So, after you understand it, it's, you know, and you just go through the motions. Okay, I'll just put it like this. If everyone else is doing their job, he's going to do his job as well. But if you're trying to carry a game, you don't want to pick him. I'm trying to, like, there's like, you're not an anchor of any team up. You're kind of needed, like, if you're going to play like a higher, I wouldn't say a higher level game, but if you're going to play like a competitive game, you're going to want to need that. I mean, why are you not picking Invisible Woman anyway? But you're going to want to need that team up. He's one of those characters, Cap, Jeff. Actually, all of C tier are good characters to stay alive. I'll say those three characters. I'll say a few characters who haven't been said yet. Cloak and Dagger. Adam Warlock. Loki. There's someone I'm not thinking of. It's probably one of the characters I haven't said yet. But he's very... Oh, the other characters, yeah, later on, Wolverine. But he doesn't really do, like, he's not like a damage guy. He should have just been a tank, bro. Right? You could have had him like where, let's say he's base 450, 475 health, right? Then he goes in his big mode and he's like 800. Right? He up there with Gru health. That would have been better. Then it could have been made sense of like, okay, base health, he's still staying in a fight. He's tanking up to his more tankier version, and it's not like crazy amount where it's like, damn, this nigga just don't. Actually, matter of fact, who cares? Put him at a 900. 450 and 900. Double it and give it to himself. So he should have really just been a tank. We're missing tanks anyway. We didn't need another DPS. But like the motions you want to go through is you want to hit that, either shield a teammate or damage the enemy. You want to flick around. Your primary can hit multiple people. Flick that around, boom, grab, slam together. You're trying to get that number up to 100. Big boy, boom, 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 boom. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Health getting kind of low, bump that suit thing. Try to get in, bump that suit team up. Try to get, get some heals. Your last person on point or someone ults, you're staying alive. You're not carrying the game, but you're just doing your job. Now, Moon Knight. Now this is someone, the higher up you go, the worst he's gonna be. But I think you can still make moves, but it's just like you're very much limited to being a defense only. We're like, hey, this is my setup. They push me back, I go here. They push me back, I heal, come back. But like going towards you, nah. Also, I'm just gonna put him where I'm putting him. I'll be honest, you right there. That might be another controversial one. Now, also people kind of like, especially in lower ranks, they kind of focus on, I gotta use the Ankh. My boy, you do realize if there's a crowd of them, meat is bouncing off of everyone and it's cooking them. Like if I'm Moon Knight, and let's say they run in Groot and the thing better push me, because I'm about to destroy y'all. Y'all are big body targets. I'm instantly hitting y'all with the bing 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 bing. Throw the big ring or whatever that is. I'm going crazy. Now it gets tricky when you got a shielded. If you got a Magneto or a Doctor Strange, then that's tough. That's indeed tough. But if they run a solo tank, like Thor can at least like, well, Thor and Thing can push you too. Venom, we'll talk about him in a second. Yeah, so okay. He's probably going to be someone who stays in B. I'm going to be honest, B might stay the same. Because this is what I'm thinking. Okay. Most Moon Knights versus most Mantises. I think most Moon Knights are going to be better than most Mantis. The better Mantis are going to be better than the better Moon Knights. But are the better Mantis going to be so much better? Like it's a math thing. So it's like, what was it, medium mode? No, mode is most. Median is, alright, so it's like, hey, you're in a room with 10 people, right? I don't want to say that. I'm not about to do the average for. I'm not trying to get the sum first. So let's just say it's 100,000, and there's 10 people in the room. This person's a billionaire. Okay, a billionaire might be a little too crazy. This person's a multi-millionaire. This person makes 80,000. This person is broke. The average is gonna eventually come down to 100,000, right? So, what I'm trying to display is, yes, better mantis is gonna be a good mantis is gonna be better than a good moon knight. More moon knight, the average moon knight is better than the average mantis. But the better mantis are not enough to sway it up. Like I said with Hela or Hawkeye. Especially Hawkeye. Alright, Namor, yeah, come on, brother. You're another person I was sleeping on, but it wasn't that much as in magic. I'm just like not a big melee character guy. So I will say you're right there. Like it's cake when it comes to divers. I'm trying to think. I was going through the kits between him and Luna, comparing to see who I should put higher. Penny. Well, here comes the big pick. Penny, where am I putting you? I'm putting you right there. You're very situational. If you're defending, you're gonna be doing your thing to a certain extent. Now, if you play Penny as let's say you got for some reason Hela's not banned. You got a cracked Hela on your team. You got Invisible Woman and Loki has a team up with Hela. Let's say you got a good Thor and a good Mag. And the other team has a good... Let's say they got the team up. We're about to talk with Psylocke. She's next. We got the team up and their DPSs. Psylocke, Magic, and Black Panther. And they're cracked. They're going crazy. And they dive your backline. And you have no... Let's say Namor is banned. Let's say Namor and Luna... Let's say Namor, Luna... For some reason, Hulk and Wolverine is banned. Those are your bans. And you have those 3 divers at your back line. And they're doing their thing, but the divers are they're too cracked. Penny is gonna be that remedy for that. But if you're attacking, once you leave, once you get in gold, bro, what are we doing, bro? I was contemplating silver, but I think silver is the easiest rank. It could change. It could have changed since the times that I went through it, but it's the easiest rank. Bronze is the trenches. You have actual bronze players on your team, and then you got people just trying to get through bronze on the enemy team every other game, bro. All right, Psylocke. I'm gonna put Psylocke. I'm gonna put her right there. She's a good DPS. If I need to, let's say I got a cracked Magic on my team. They got an Iron Man, and I need I need him to leave me alone. Or they got Storm. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I go crazy with Storm. I don't ever have a problem with Storm unless I'm Storm and I'm getting focused by everyone else, or they got a Storm and Iron Man. Human Torch, you're not a threat, so you're like a mosquito, bro. So I don't even focus about you as a flyer. But let's say they got a flyer and I'm listen, I focus flyers. It is what it is. I'm gonna pick Psylocke and I'm gonna destroy you. Punisher. Punisher is I think he's very middle of the pack. Honestly, I think at the very end, I'm going to count and I'm going to go to the very middle and I'm going to see, does this look right? And I'm going to put Punisher right there. His ultimate, you know, if used right, like this is the thing. When I'm Punisher, I use my ultimate at the most opportune moments. If I'm healer or someone else, like, and I see Punisher ultimate, I'm gonna make sure he's straight. If I'm Strange and I hear I'm doing this, soon as I hear I'm doing this, I'm shielding bro until he gets in view, and like obviously like I don't know where he's gonna move, so like I can't see from his perspective, but I'm gonna let him do his thing. By the time you can even get a shot to his direction that's gonna actually hit, he's cooking you. Or if I'm Luna, I'm gonna ult with you. Rocket. Oh my gosh. It's literally a meme at work. Just randomly, hey team, enjoy the amplifier. Like, bro, because I was talking about, bruh, I'm tired of hearing that, bro. It's cool every other game, but like, not every other game, but it's cool like every so often. But every game, there's one day where it's like literally every game I got a rocket. Doesn't matter if it was solo healer. Bro, I need to be hearing co-op time. I need to be hearing shields up. I need to be hearing bring on the chaos and then something else, one of those other ones. I need to hear it's the grand finale. I don't need to hear hey team, enjoy the amplifier. Okay, I gotta hold him. I gotta double check. You know what I'm saying? He's saying some crazy stuff, so I gotta make sure if there's nothing there. You know. Nah, I ain't gonna out my mans, but one of the last messages I sent to him was like, "Hey team, enjoy the amplifier." Y'all seen it a couple streams ago. Rocket, you're going. I'll say you're better than Jeff. You're going right there. I was gonna put you right there, but just to put some disrespect on Black Panther's name, I gotta put you right there. Scarlet Witch. Overhated, but is she good? If like her job is to basically make sure no one is like safe. So if you got a flyer who thinks they're about to just sit there and go 30 and 2 against your team, Scarlet Witch is supposed to be like, hey, no. Soon as you think you're just chilling and destroying my team, I'm gonna be right next to you. Oh, you thought you got me? I'm out of there. Out of sight. No, is that who's that? It's her or Psylocke, one of them. I don't know, man. It's been a long week. But Scarlet Witch is not gonna be that. She's not gonna be hella and just like destroying you. Also, people complain about her ultimate. This is my only complaint about her ultimate. There's times when I'm playing against her and I'm like, okay, I'm chilling right here. And then I die. And then I play with her. And then someone will be in spitting distance. And they will survive. Or I'll be Luna and I'll be ulting. And then I die. And then I'll be her. And I'm about to ult this Luna who's ulting. And then she'll survive. And I'm like, what do we do? Why is it not consistent? Another thing with Magneto, like anytime I see someone about to hit an ultimate, like an offensive ultimate, I got you. All right, I got you, Star-Lord. I'm doing this my way. I got you, Punisher. Magic, I typically do my, like, I let Magic just go out and do her thing, and I kind of like hit my shots, and as soon as I like see like, okay, half health, I'm throwing a bow on there. Get all your damage in. Or if like, let's say a whole team is there and it's kind of like Okay, let's let her do her thing. I might throw it on there to be like, hey, we're all me. I got you with bubbles and support. We got you with healing. But like, if I'm communicating on his, I wouldn't have to like actually say that. But Scarlet Witch, I'm putting her right there. I don't give a damn. Yeah, I'm putting her right there. She's another character. Like, bro, this whole list. Okay, Penny fucking ruined it, bro. I was about to say this whole tier is characters who don't die, and then Penny's here. Penny does die. Now, it's a little harder for her to die because of her webs, but it's not crazy amount. I guess let me put a nah. All right. I gotta factor in his ultimate. I'm putting Spider-Man right there. Now this is the thing with Spider-Man. I don't even necessarily like if. I think is all comes down to like if you how your aim is. Once you get the aim, you really gotta just have a couple more factors, and like he has a crazy good ultimate. But you gotta, just factor in his kit. Like, there's a few things that I learned like right after I leveled him up, and I was like, ooh. Like, Spider-Man's not gonna be that guy where I wouldn't ever play Spider-Man in competitive. But if I'm just playing quick play, I'm not gonna be the Spider-Man on your team who's going to sell. I'm gonna be the Spider-Man on your team unless they're just like cracked, who's going to always be alive. Like he's not on their level, so I was considering putting him in there to have that be the stay alive tier, but also think, let's say you have great aim. Spider-Man will be easier to master, and that's kind of ironic, than Black Panther. Because Black Panther, this is I'm only putting him up there as respect to the better Black Panthers. But Black Panther is literally what's kind of funny is even high level players call him the Tickle Monster, but then they still like put him very high up. Listen, Black Panther, if you here's actually something I noticed from leveling up the characters, because I was playing against a sweaty Black Panther and I was hella. When Black Panther is attacking you, it's gonna be annoying. But I think I was on a Hydra map, and it was the one where like there's you're in the middle, and like one side there's like a lower level, there's a higher level. You can go a little, and there's like a big cliff. I think there's lava on that map. Oh, the map where they... Was that the map? No, that's not the one. Okay, okay, yeah. So it's not the one where you're in the middle and the things move side to side. And it's not the one where... What's the other Hydra map? It's not the one where the whole entire room like moves. But it's the one where the columns go up and down. So I was here's the point, and you got the stairs right here. I was basically in the middle of the stairs, and it was back. I turned around because I think they pinged Black Panther. I turned around, or maybe it was two moments, and then and I think it was 2 games back to back. Other one was the Asgard domination map, the one with not the one that's outside, not the one that's in like the big circle, and then the one where it's like a big hall. I think that's the one where you do the emote on a throne. I think it's that one. But Basically, my supports were getting dove by Black Panther, sweaty Black Panther. I turned around and I just fucking destroyed them. But when you're fighting them, it's kind of like. But the thing with Black Panther, as I was saying, is, and the fact that you got to combo in his ultimate. His ultimate is part of your combo. That's trash. What are you talking about? Why are we celebrating this man? Clown him. Boom, 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 boom. If you get healed a little bit or you get stunned, you just gotta run away now. Like, you're done now. Squirrel Girl. Now, this is someone who I was surprised getting disrespected, but this is one of my mains, but like, I don't think it's gonna be like, hey, I got to this very high level. Like, this is my never let my shielded tanks breathe character. Cause it's just constant damage. Oh, flanker think they're gonna get me? I'm just going to stun you with the barricade and I'm gonna destroy you. Oh, somehow you're still not dead? I'm going to do the thing to reboot my abilities. I'm gonna stun you again and then you're definitely getting destroyed. Even if you're a Thor that's flanking and trying to get me, you're getting cooked. If somehow I got a little scared, I'm jumping away. I did that reboost my abilities, I'm jumping away again. So, like, Squirrel Girl, like, if you have a good Squirrel Girl on your team, and your team is doing their job, she's like, you don't want to be on the other side of Squirrel Girl. Also, okay, I'm not putting her there. I was just let me put her where she needs to go. I'm putting her right there. You're probably gonna be at the bottom, at the top of B. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, you might. I might put some of these characters up, but okay, let's see. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, with Squirrel Girl. My first streams, like, I was talking about, like, bro, we don't. I'm not really scared of any Squirrel Girls, bro. And here's the difference. If it was me, if it's just me, I would put her higher. But I gotta take into account the account other characters. Now this is what I mean. When they're all grouped together, I could like just kind of just spam and just get constant damage there, not let them breathe. But I can kind of be like, okay, Dr. Strange shield. Oh, I see you over there, and I'm gonna hit the shots at the support that's over to the side. I'm able to actually predict their trajectory, typically, unless they they're running this way and then they all of a sudden go back, or they all of a sudden they slow down. Like, typically, like, one thing I've recently started doing was trying to do some ricochet shots, because last stream I was talking about, like, I noticed that they don't, I don't ever really get damage off ricochets. And then there's a time where, like, this Squirrel Girl literally killed me off ricochets. So it's like, you have the lower level players, they just spraying and praying. Me, I'm hitting the shots. People be diving me like, what do you think you're doing? I'm a squirrel barricade and I'm gonna destroy you. Goodbye. Star-Lord's up there, man. I felt like he was gonna be one that was gonna be up there, and I started using other DPS characters. Like, I was mostly tank and support, and I was like, oh yeah, I feel like he would be cool. See, that's what I like about Star-Lord. Star-Lord, he's able to go against anyone. He's able to get good damage, and it's easy to get headshots against tanks. Obviously, other DPS, other and then against supports. If you get the good vantage point, you could just instantly get those supports out of the way for the with your ultimate. Cause I love hearing shields up. I'm ready to put on a show back to back. Cause I know, all right, let me build my ult up. You got yours pretty quick, okay? Let me build my ult up. Okay, shields went down. Luna Snow hitting her last dance moves. And I'm legendary, bitch. You're dead. So he has that. He has a good ultimate. As well as, let's say you're going against Black Panther. You see the Black Panther pull up on you? You spray him a couple times. And then when he starts trying to go back and forth, I think it's E on the keyboard. But for me, it's, I don't know if it's switch, but I don't remember if I rearranged the controls. But for me, it's L1. Where he's like, where he spins around and shoots all, like, bro, you don't have to do anything. He's literally shooting for you. So flankers, the ones that are going back and forth, I love seeing a Spider-Man or Black Panther pull up thinking they're about to cook me, and I just hit him with that shit. I be making them switch, bro. I'm not even lying to you. I be making them switch. These two characters right here, these are my, hey, you want to flank? No, you're switching. Those are those characters for me. Storm, you're up there. Storm was someone who's really up there. All right, hold up. Let me do this like this. I'll probably say like this. Storm, like, my team has to be competent. Namor, if we're 2-2-2, I can do my thing slightly better if my team's competent. It also depends on their team. Like, if I'm Storm and they don't have any Namor and flyers, I'm raining down on them. No pun intended. Thing. I'm putting Thing. I'm putting him right there. Is that all it takes? Oh no, we got two more. Thing is, he's another one to stay alive. You do his little dash ability, get in and out like the burger joint, with his going to cover damage. Like, his abilities, like, it's not even like, oh, for the reasons that the ability is for. A lot of times it's kind of just like, okay, let me survive. So you dash back to your healers, you get healed back up, you go back to the fight. See that? And the only thing about him is, like, he has no way of, like, protecting himself if he's, like, in the fight alone. So solo tanking might not be ideal unless you got, like, another good matchup. Like, let's say you're solo tanking and you got, like, a magic who can get some heavy melee damage, close quarter combats with you, and you're going like triple support or something, where you got like a Mantis next to you, she's sleeping niggas, bop bop bop, getting you damage boost heals. You got a Loki getting vantage points. See that in that certain scenario, when it's the perfect lineup, then it could work. Like, that wasn't perfect lineup, but like, that was just off the top of my head. Thor is someone who I can acknowledge that I'm not it. Okay, let's see. Matter of fact, let's just get Venom out of the way. I know it's supposed to, I had them in alphabetical order, but let me get Venom out of the way. It is what it is. Bro's the worst tank. I don't care. I'm not, like, I don't care, bro. He's the worst tank, bro. Okay. So, alright. Venom. So, if you come to this timestamp, Venom, I will say, is worse than Penny in Penny's ideal situations. But Venom is, I wouldn't say he's ideal, but he at least can shine better than Penny can in most situations. But if there's a Venom on my team and I'm not tank, I'm probably gonna switch to tank if we have the healers that we need. Cause okay. And this pains me because I got like, I think I got more Venom shirts than Spider-Man shirts, and y'all know Spider-Man's my guy. But Venom is not good, bro. And another reason he's higher than Penny is because he can, he's more prone to stay alive. But never, this is also another thing I look at. Never when Venom shows up, am I like, oh no, it's Venom. If there's a alright, let's say I see like the better of them. Magneto, like this whole tier, if they're good at their job, then I'm like, oh shit. Same thing with this tier. Usually I can diff a thing. So I'll kind of have him as an exception. Like, you gotta like really get better with him. Like, and it's still like a few weeks away from him just being, you know, introduced to the game, so more people were picking him at first. Let's see. Squirrel Girl, I kind of just like get her out of the way so she's not like there just getting me with damage randomly, or I'll just diff her. Psylocke depends on what character I'm playing. If I'm playing a main character, then not really. These characters from time to time range from like, I don't really stress them to kind of annoying. And then these characters below, I don't stress them. I only stressed Iron Fist when I'm playing with trash characters or characters I'm not really used to. Now, hopefully you somehow, maybe Thor was the person that you're interested to see. I'm gonna say that I understand that these characters might be maybe just a little higher. I wouldn't say that they're crazy higher. Like, I don't typically do that. Like, let's say Thor. Let's say I play some, for instance, C. He's most likely not going to be C. I can acknowledge that, my experience is he is a C. Other people's experience, they might say he's an A tier, S tier tank. So I might, let me put him in high B. But I'm not going to be like, whoa, I think he's a C, so he's not one. I mean, obviously my opinion's in here, but from my experience. But I'm also looking at what other people are saying and feeling. But Thor, where are you going? I'll be honest, I'm putting you right there. Okay, I was contemplating putting you higher, but then I think Thing has a better ultimate, cause his shit is stunning people. Yours, like, bro, yeah. And I'm gonna be honest, he was the first person that I ever said I don't remember if it was just to myself when I was watching other people talking about him, or if I was like unstreamed. Never once did I see Thor and was like, oh my gosh, it's Thor. No, that's never happened once. Okay, recently there was a game where I forgot what it was. Was that the little epic character? I think I was like, oh, we're selling. We're just gonna have me be the only healer. Okay, I'll switch to Adam Warlock, and I'm just gonna like get the get what I need to level up with him real quick. I just got to get 5,000, heal 5,000. And so everyone would focus me. I will get away, and basically Thor will use that ability to slow me down and like to force out my heals. But if we were playing with two supports, or I was playing with another support, that will not happen. So that was one time where I was picking an off main. Like, bro, Thor, you're not as good as people say you are. Now, you're not trash. I'll say you're upper middle of the pack. I guess we'll see when we're. Oh, I guess I'll look in a second. But Bucky, I'll put Oh, another thing is people will be like, well, this person's always banned, so like therefore they're B. Huh? No. Throughout everyone playing this character in every single rank, whether they're banned or not, how are people typically doing well with them? Like, what's their potential as well as what's actually shown? Loki has a very high potential. He's good overall, but he has a very high potential. Like, very, like, best character in the game potential. But not everyone... Excuse me. Like, it's easier to master Invisible Woman and Magneto than it is for Loki. But Bucky, I'll say he's right there. People are starting to say he's the best DPS in the game. I disagree. I disagree. Also, his ult. I wouldn't say it's easy to counter, but it's easier to counter as a DPS or support than it is Storm if you don't have ult. Let's say you can't counter an ult with an ult. His ult is easier to counter than Storm if you're not a tank. Because if you're a tank, if you're full HP, you're probably going to survive unless she only goes after you and you're not able to escape her. Like, if you're Cap, you're going to run away. If you're Thor, you might be able to, to hammer away. Magneto, Groot. Will Groot die? Groot might get a little HP and just get cooked by, someone else. Wolverine. I typically play tanks who can combat against Wolverine. Also, it's also about your positioning in a certain way. See, I'll put you right. I'll be honest, I'll have to put you right there. Because look, Thing counters his kidnapping ability, which brings him up. That's if you... Oh, I'm be honest, and Wolverine, that's someone I'm giving to you. Cause alright, Doctor Strange against Wolverine is easy mode. Magneto versus Wolverine, I'm probably winning. But all these depend on if they kidnap you. But you can't kidnap Thing. So you really actually have to fight with Thing. Now let's say none of y'all have ultimates and you're fighting. You could probably win with the Thing. You could probably win with Wolverine. But you can't kidnap him. So that's the thing that really gets you over that hill of oh, maybe could I win this fight or not? Anyways, it's time to rearrange real quick. Boom. 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 Okay. Let's see. I'm not gonna lie, that's looking kinda It's looking kind of good right there. Hold on. Let me do a little bit more rearranging. Mag better. Yes. Yes. Okay. See, this is the... Okay. The best Loki... Okay, well, it's a support in DPS. But, like... A team with equal skill level, and then one has a cracked Loki and a cracked Star-Lord, that cracked Loki will be better against them. But Star-Lord is like, basically, if you played in other video games, you can kind of like pick Star-Lord up and do your thing. Any more? Okay, Luna. I might have to go like that. Groot. I might go like that. Yeah. It's easy for me to aim at Storm. Not easy, but like it's easier for me to aim at Storm than other people. Like it's easier for me to aim at Storm than it is for me to aim as Hela. But Hela's just better when it comes to attacks. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. I could maybe go like this. And go like this. Yeah. Okay. Iron Fist. Okay, a cracked Black Widow could do something, but it's not optimal. I think this is probably the best we're gonna get right here. I could, nah. Okay, so if you're watching this as a video and you're like, why is someone a certain place? Also keep in mind I just rearranged them. But go look why I said certain things for certain characters. Also, I'm having them in order as well. Other people just have them the same tier. So I think Mag is the best character in the game. Hold on. Now you could go like this. This is on the spot. You could go like this. Because I think you also have to factor ultimate. I would say Invisible Woman has a better ult than Mag. But I think overall, Mag is probably one of the best characters in the game. Like, if your team's doing their thing, excuse me, it's very hard for Mag to die and not do his thing as well. Like with Cap, he's hard to kill, but he's not really going to be doing his thing. So keep that in mind. As well as, I'm looking at what I see from pro players, from people who are trash, people middle of the pack, people around my level. I'm looking all around. As well as, this is going from someone who's has at least got the spray with every single character and knows how to play with them, pause, and counter them. So this is the correct list. It is what it is. Now you could like rearrange a little bit within here if you wanted to put Luna right there or wherever the hell. I don't remember where I just had her. But if you wanted to like move people a little bit around within tiers, understandable. Now here's a couple things that I want to note as well. Human Torch is the worst character. Now, his buff could have went crazy, I don't know about his buff, but all I know is he's like a fly. Get out of here, bro. Leave me alone. Your ultimate sucks. So I don't know about, I unfortunately had to play Human Torch before his buff, so I had to struggle through that. So I don't know if it's better, but I know going against it, it's, you know, you're kind of just a nuisance. I'll deal with you when I deal with you. Black Widow, I mean, you always been low on the list. You've never been higher than C on anyone's list. Iron Fist, you were just right there, but I just moved you down there last second. Because a cracked Black Widow versus a cracked Iron Fist is a closer fight. Mr. Fantastic, highly overhated, but is he good? No. Same thing with Penny. Same thing with Scarlet Witch. Also, Mr. Fantastic is better than Human Torch. I don't care, and this hurts me to say. The Storms were was the ones I messed with the most in the Fantastic Four. Y'all got me putting Thing up here. Y'all got me putting Mr. Fantastic over Human Torch. Come on, man. Venom, I say is. Penny's better in defense situations, but she's not good in other situations. Venom is at least bad in all situations, but he's not trash at all or any situations. Venom is not good, bro. He's not good. I don't, bro. He's one of the people that I seen that made me want to make this video. He's not good. Someone did an ultimate, and like I immediately turned off. I was pissed because he was one, bro. He's one of the last people, and you put Venom as a good. Oh, what are you doing? Now I just know you don't know what you're talking about. His O is trash. Now, it's good for, hey, the benefit of Venom is he's a character that's going to stay alive. But once it's 1v6, who the fuck cares? Because if it's overtime and it's 1v6 because you couldn't get any bodies down, hey, Venom, you're done, buddy. You're either done or you leave point and we win. Scarlet Witch, and she's not gonna be someone who's gonna just mow people down. She's gonna be someone who's gonna annoy flankers, annoy flyers, where if one other person starts to look at them or try to fight back, if Scarlet Witch is there and they actually get that kill off, Scarlet Witch is gonna finish the job. Like if that Black Panther gets the kill off. Black Panther, highly overrated. If you miss one move in his combo, he's the tickle monster. You're not dying. Congratulations, you live. You get just a little sliver of health, you're chilling. His ultimate, like, if you're a 250 HP character, like, if you're a reasonable distance, you're gonna live. If you got at least a little more than half health, you're gonna live. Tremble before boss? No. You're the one that's basically trembling in front of me. And that's really or someone like Hela. If we're just talking about get the best character, get the best player for each of these characters, yeah, she's gonna be higher up, but the average person, or matter of fact, with Hawkeye, the best Hawkeye is gonna be up there. You know, he's gonna be up here somewhere. But the average Hawkeye, if we look at the majority, like if we look at an average, he's gonna be where he's at.